Welcome to Muscle Maintenance with In Shape Fitness. This is a podcast workout, and I've got a great one for you today. 3 simple moves. That's it. They are not equipment. They are non-equipment moves, equipment-free moves. You don't need shoes on your feet. It's going to take about 15 minutes in total. And these 3 moves are designed to really zero in on a couple of components of your overall exercise sort of profile. One is interacting with gravity. When you're moving the body as in standing position, you're loading your spine because gravity is bearing down on the top of your head, and so anytime you're moving down and up, like with the it's called plank, curtsies, and kicks. Plank, curtsies, and kicks. So when you're moving, kicking your leg or lowering your body down, you're interacting with that physical force that boosts your heart rate naturally. Also, when you're in plank, the entire horizontal profile of your body bears the resistance of gravity. And that is one of the reasons why plank is so difficult. It's because that pressure is exerted onto your whole body as it's laid flat out but held up over the floor. And that forces all of the contents of your trunk to kind of have to work together as a team. All of the muscle layers, tissue inside the trunk activate isometrically as a unit, and that is the difficulty that you feel in plank. So we're going to do a postural systems check real fast, and then we're going to start by warming up with those 3 moves individually. We'll do a couple of circuits with variations to the exercises individually, and then we're going to do a couple of 1 and 2 minute segments in combination of the moves in order to really kind of boost your heart rate and your metabolism towards the end there. So let's start with that postural systems check. Stand up really tall. This is just an opportunity for you to clear your head a little bit, take a couple of deep breaths, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, and think about the placement of your head on top of your shoulders. Make sure your ears line up with your shoulders and that your chest is open. That means that you are breathing more efficiently. When you close your chest, you pull on those back muscles and you collapse at your front, which is constricting of your respiratory system. Then zip up your tummy muscles and tuck in your tailbone a little bit. When we sit all day, our pelvis it sort of tilts forward a little bit. You don't realize you're doing this, but it happens naturally and unfortunately. And when you stand up, you want to tuck in your tailbone a little bit so that your pelvis is upright, and that helps your hip flexors fully extend. All right, then just the last thing is make sure that your feet are placed on the floor parallel to one another. You don't want to turn out your toes, and you want to think about your left leg independently of your right leg. Take a few seconds to just take those last deep breaths and think about the weight that you bear down on your right leg versus your left leg. You're right dominant. That means that you're more naturally putting more pressure on your right leg. Obviously, the left leg, only 10% of us are left dominant, but you just want to make sure you've got that balance between your 2 legs. Think about making the connection to your floor with your bare feet, hopefully, and let's get started now. So let's begin by holding a plank. All you're going to do is lower your body down to the floor in a correct way. You want to bend your knees, bend your hips, try to get your body straight down, and then walk yourself out, kind of like a walkout, push-up, or plank, but lower to your elbows and make sure that your shoulders and your elbows make a straight line. And then let's hold a plank for 30 seconds. Your time starts now. If you cannot hold a plank for 30 seconds, which is okay, lower to your knees and hold the plank on your knees for 30 seconds. If you cannot do that, that's okay too. Get into the plank on your knees for 10 seconds and then take a rest and then continue. You're halfway through, a little more than halfway through actually, 10 more seconds to go. So plank is, again, really, really great. It should feel difficult. If it's too easy, it might mean that your butt is a little too high, that you're not in the position that really forces that gravity to do the work, right? Once your body makes an angle, when your butt is sticking up a little bit, you're done, by the way. Go ahead and rest in child's pose for a couple of seconds and take a couple of deep breaths. If your butt is too high into the air and you make an angle with your body, like at your hips, you make that obtuse angle, then gravity isn't bearing down in the same way isn't exerting that same amount of pressure on your entire body. So go ahead and stand back up now. Let's take another couple of deep breaths. Just shake it out a little bit. Hopefully your tummy muscles were activated in that 30-second plank for just a little bit. And now we want to take our time with curtsy lunges. So the curtsy is a diagonal lunge. And I like curtsy lunges a lot because that diagonal dimensional movement within your pelvis is really, really important in terms of overall mobility. We tend to think about exercise in terms of the way that we just boost our heart rate and move around. A lot of people go for walks or jogs or bicycle rides, and all of that forward movement, it burns calories, and it's great, and you certainly need to do it. But when you add that multidimensional work in, you force the stability muscles on the sides of your bodies to also act on the stability of your overall body. And that helps activate and force your body to do those more difficult moves, which will, of course, assist the standard movements that you make in your life a lot better. So a curtsy is if you're standing on your right leg, your left leg is going to lift up. Just think about how it would feel if you're going to curtsy someone. We're going to do forward curtsies and reverse curtsies. So with the forward curtsy, your left leg lifts up and then crosses forward and to the right, across the space where the right leg is. And then you keep your back straight, keep your belly pulled in, and you lower down, not too far. You don't have to go too far. Just start with a couple of inches. And then you push off of the left foot and return to the starting position. Let's do 2 more for just a total of 3 forward curtsies. Keep your hands on your hips, or you can extend your arms out to your sides for balance. When we add in the kicks, we might end up with the kickboxing defensive stance with your arms in front of your face. But for now, you're just in, 18th century colonial Williamsburg, curtsying someone as were the common way to gesture someone upon meeting them in Williamsburg. And I only know that because I visit there all the time in the summer. So my daughter and I love to do all those historical touristy things. Now let's do the other side. So now you're stepping forward and to the left with your right foot, and the left leg is stable. Again, the left foot faces forward and is not moving, but the right foot steps forward and to the left, and then you lower the body straight down, trying to keep your back really straight. Now, again, just do 3 of them. Let's reverse this. So the right leg is going to be stable again, and then what you're going to do is you're going to step to the rear of the right leg with your left foot and over to the right again, past the right foot, into this reverse curtsy. And again, you try to lower the body straight down a few inches, maybe 5, 6, no more than 8 inches probably, and you lower down, keeping your back straight. Just do 3. And then let's switch and stabilize the left foot. And then the right foot is going to move again into that reverse curtsy. We're going to do 1 more combination here. After you do those 3, the next thing we're going to do is the forward reverse combination. Now, this is probably not something that you do in Colonial Williamsburg. So you wouldn't curtsy by doing a forward curtsy and a reverse curtsy all in the same smooth move. But we're going to try it. So you're going to keep your right leg stable. Your right foot faces forward. Your left foot comes forward, curtsy forward, then backwards, back to the center, and then to the rear. So you're going to do the forward curtsy and then the reverse curtsy in one smooth move. And just complete a couple of those, 3 more, no more than 3 of those. And let's try the same thing with the left leg stable. Now, if you're right dominant, it might be harder to move the right leg here because it's the left leg that's stabilizing your body and therefore working harder. That's really normal. And since 90% of the population is right-handed, you're more often going to, experience the challenging part when the left leg is doing the brunt of the work. And that's why doing the work on legs independently, we call it pivoting at my company. That's the term that I've used to define this level of work, because the left leg does tend to get kind of, it needs the right leg to help it out in a lot of our movements in regular life. So those are our curtsies. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is kicks. And kicks are super fun. I love forward kicks. I love reverse kicks. We do side kicks. In the case where we end up with this combo move where the kick and the curtsy are going to work together, and then we're going to do plank in between later. You're going to just do a side kick. It's going to be kind of forward and to the side probably. But for now, let's just do some forward kicks because, again, you're interacting with gravity. You're lifting up. Your right leg is stable. You lift up your left knee, and then with a flexed foot, kick out your left foot. And you can also lift your arms up to that defensive position of a kickboxer to get your arms high, and that helps elevate your heart rate a little bit more. So you're lifting and you're kicking. You can do 4 or 5, maybe 6 of those, however many you like. Do them dynamically, a little bit faster if you're good at them, but only after you've done a couple of slow ones well. Always begin slowly with a new exercise. Now let's switch and see what it feels like when the left leg is stable and you pick up the right knee and kick out the right flexed foot. Same thing, only it's going to feel differently, again, because the left foot is stable and having to maintain the stability of your entire body, supporting the movement of the right leg, which is not what right-handed people would normally do. Normally, your right leg is going to stay stable, and you're going to extend your foot and kick through the left. But that, again, is why we balance all of this stuff out, right? So those are the forward kicks. Now let's do some side kicks, because the side kicks, again, is what we're going to end up doing when we combine the moves together. And I want you to lift that left knee out to the side, and then again, with a flexed foot, you kick out the left foot. A couple of these guys. Right? I love side kicks because side kicks really activate the side of the body, the top part of the butt, the gluteus medius, and then the IT band and the tiny muscle that's at the top of the IT band that help really, control forward movement by being stable on the sides. It is not all that commonsensical to think about exercise in this way, but lateral movements, which is another component that often is sort of omitted, but not on purpose, but just isn't the first thing you think about. Side movements are so important if you really want to do movement forward movement in terms of a recreational activity, like a run or a cycle or whatever. Let's make sure we do the same number on the left side. And then we're going to start those combinations. We're getting to 13 minutes here. I talked for the first 2 minutes, so we'll get to the 17-minute mark that leaves us with 4 good, solid minutes of some hardcore circuits. So let's start. Now that you've done the side kicks, we're going to start with a plank on the floor. I want you to lower back down on the plank into plank. We're going to just hold the plank for 10 seconds. So go ahead and lower your body back down to the floor on your elbows. Your time starts now. And you're just breathing. You're in that plank. Everyone should be able to hold the plank for 10 seconds, even if it is on your knees. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and lift your body back up into the standing position. Try to do it correctly by pressing your heels into the floor, lifting your body straight up. And then left foot moves first. You're going to go into reverse curtsy and then a side kick to the left with the left leg. Reverse curtsy to the left, side kick to the left, and then stabilize the left foot because now the right leg goes into that reverse curtsy to the right, and then the right leg side kick. Reverse curtsy to the right, and the right leg side kick. Now back down to the floor for a plank again. Time starts now, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do forward curtsies now. You're going to go forward curtsy with the left foot and then side kick with the left foot. And forward curtsy with the left foot and then side kick with the left foot. Right leg now. Left leg is stable. Right foot forward curtsies. Right leg kicks out to the side. Right foot and right leg forward curtsies. And then right leg kicks out to the side. And then lower back down to the plank again. All right, we're going to take a break after this next round here. You're going to go back to the plank for another 10 seconds. Your time is going. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going back to that reverse curtsy. We're going to reverse curtsy with the left foot and then side kick to the left. Reverse curtsy with the left foot and then side kick to the left. And then right leg is going to reverse curtsy, side kick out to the right. Right leg reverse curtsies, and then side kick out to the left. Take a break. Take 5 seconds, 5 deep breaths, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Really think about the significance of inhaling through the nose. Mouth breathers, inhaling through the mouth is not really germane to the work that we're doing right now because it's just not that hard. This is not like that high of aerobic level exercise routine. However, you should know that when you inhale through your nose, you have greater control over it's called the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. And it's it's a primitive part of your brain, the sympathetic nervous system, that's activated by breathing through your mouth. So you have less control over stress hormones and your heart rate. So inhaling through your nose is really important. Okay, we're going to go back down. Now we're going to finish up. We're going to do another segment. Back to plank. Hold for just 5 seconds. All right, your time starts now. And then stand right back up. Let's go right back to those reverse curtsies. Right leg stay stable. Left leg, reverse curtsy, left kick out. Reverse curtsy, left kick out. Same leg. Forward curtsy, left leg kicks out to the side. Forward curtsy, left leg kicks out to the side. Now, back down to the floor plank. Hold for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand back up. Right leg moves. Left leg is stable. Right leg reverse curtsy. Right leg kicks out to the side. Right leg reverse curtsy. Right leg kicks out to the side. Forward. Forward curtsy with the right leg. Right leg kicks out to the side. One more time. Right leg forward curtsy. Right leg kicks out to the side. Back down to the floor for a plank again. We're going to do it one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand back up. This time I want you to move the left leg again. You're going to go left leg reverse curtsy. Left leg kicks out to the side. Left leg forward curtsy. Left leg kicks out to the side. Left leg reverse curtsy. Left leg kicks out to the side. And then left leg forward curtsy. Left leg kicks out to the side. Right to the right leg. Now left leg is stable. Right leg reverse curtsy. Right leg kicks out to the side. Right leg forward curtsy. Right leg kicks out to the side. Last one. Right leg is going to reverse curtsy. Right leg kicks out to the side. And the last part is that last forward curtsy with the right leg. And the last side kick. Okay, that's great. So those 3 moves, that little trio, plank, down to the floor, short plank. It's a short plank. Then reverse and forward curtsies coupled with those side kicks. Got your heart rate up, worked your butt, worked your hamstrings, worked your hips. Really great heart rate boost for just a few minutes, all without equipment. And I'll be back next week with another new workout at Muscle Maintenance. I'm Coach Kim from In Shape Fitness, and I will see you again real soon.